Okay. I'm gonna let them come in here. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that last one. Okay. Guys, I need people in here. I need people in here. This is gonna be very, very important. I can't do on YouTube like I do on TikTok. So everything that I'm about to tell you guys is about to straight go from the head. I just read some crazy stuff, man, and it's got me worried. Like, sorry that my last one was going crazy. I don't know what happened. Guys, we need some people in here like bad. Okay. So first of all, I was so wrong. Um, so y'all know our Pentagon chief, he just went over to visit Georgia and to reaffirm Ukraine. Man, oh man. I need people to share this. Like it, share. I don't know how YouTube goes, but we got to do this. We got to do this. Russia has cut ties to NATO. We know this, right? But it's a lot worse than we think. They're trying to die it down like Russia's just cutting diplomat ties. No. So NATO is a U.S.-led alliance, right? The U.S. pretty much controls all the military assets and everything into NATO. Everybody knows this. Guys, the U.S. Pentagon chief has said that he supports Ukraine and Georgia joining NATO. This is all happening today. Earlier today, Russia immediately started taking action. Now, the problem is, and I told you guys this a long time ago in my lives, if you're new to this, just let me know and I can recap this. But Russia is not going to wait for Ukraine to join NATO. NATO has already put assets in Ukraine. They have military bases and everything in Ukraine. They're using the training as a disguise. The US has already planned to let Ukraine into NATO. That is Russia's red line. We do not want to mess with Russia, man. And I'm telling you this from my heart, please, guys. If you know anything about military, we do not want to mess with Russia. But it's too late. Russia has already cut the ties with NATO. So that means we are not going to be able to calm down things. That means that NATO, if they put troops on Russia's border, Russia is not going to be able to trust them that it's not going to be preparation for an invasion on their country. This is getting very bad. And Taiwan and China, that is just a major distraction. China, I bet you the US is going to back Taiwan. I bet you. I put everything on the line on this. The US left Afghanistan to focus on Russia and China, and I've been trying to push this, but TikTok keep taking me down, so I can't put a lot on there. And I'm trying to keep my channel up. Now, Russia isn't as strong as you might think. No, they're stronger, guys. I'm trying to tell you. They might not have an economy. That's why they teamed up with China. Now, let me tell you something. Who was the first country to develop the nuclear missiles that could fly around and hit anywhere in minutes? It was Russia. They did it to get around all our defense systems. They have many of those weapons, and they are state killers. They can destroy a place the size of Texas and France. Look it up, and go anywhere in minutes. And now they align with China, and China just get the same weapon described the same way as Russia's Satan II. This is not good. So that means that Russia isn't only sharing intel with China, they are sharing weapons with China. They are helping China in the arms race against us. They are probably using China to attack us first. They didn't cut ties, they only suspend or respond to. No, this is what's wrong. Russia did this too. They did this because the U.S. said that they support Georgia and Ukraine joining NATO. I have the article, and I'm going to put it on YouTube and TikTok. Soon as the chief said that, they said that they lost all respect for the United States and NATO. They lost respect for the United States and NATO. So now they have to prepare to defend themselves because they don't know what is the next thing to come. Guys, this is not good. This is not good. And we already know what's going on with the Taliban. I promise you that the Taliban was used to cause chaos in Central Asia. Get Russia and China to focus on them. But it didn't work. China has decided to team up with the Taliban. And now we have another problem. Because now, remember Russia said they were open their bases to us? Now they're not. So now they're probably with China. And they're, oh man, this is so bad. And I have so much in my mind that I want to explain. Guys, this means war. War is coming soon. And I am willing to bet everything on the line. The food shortages, the gas prices, the secrets, the pandemics, the world shutting down, people picking what allies they... Okay, we good? We good? Okay. That was DJ What You Said calling me. I tried to get him to get his fans over here too. Guys, this is bad. This is super bad. Like, I can't stress how bad this is. The U.S. do not want this war. And I'm promising you, that's why the chiefs and military and everybody is warning you that the U.S. might not win this war. They might not win this. This is going to be on a whole nother level. We are talking about state killers. We are talking about countries that can come here at any minute, any freaking minute. This makes me sad that we have to go through this in our lifetime. Our economy is getting ready to crash, so we need to fight a country to keep our economy up. We need to start a war with somebody that can be another endless war, but this endless war might end faster than you think. This war can end in hours. Whoever shoots a nuke first, it's over. It's over. One nuke in the sky would destroy the fucking world. And I'm not talking about the impact of the nuke. I'm talking about the countries that would retaliate with their own nukes against that country. 100 nukes is what it takes to destroy our ozone layer. Sorry. Our ozone layer, because of all the impact and all the shock waves and everything. I'm talking, man, this is going to be the end. Russia and China is the one that started the volcanic eruption in LA Palma, hoping that it would start a tsunami to hit the east coast of the United States. They hit LA Palma with an earthquake. It was an attack for America, but it did not work. It did not work, but it's still going. It's still going. The Pentagon had a meeting about this, and they said they are not going to warn the U.S. citizens about what is to come, because millions could die on the East Coast from a tsunami from the impact of the earthquake from that volcano. Guys, this is getting real. They are bringing out their weapons. Next, it will be HAARP. Next, we'll start seeing hurricanes and crazy shit. Crazy tornadoes, crazy weather from the north to the south of the United States. And if they don't pick the right side, I bet you countries are about to be enslaved. They are already forcing vaccines on people, and I bet you the vaccinators going to get special privileges. Guys, we need to wake up because things are about to get super fucking real. They're not pushing this shit for the fun of it. They're pushing it because they know what is coming. They're already in their bunkers. They already have our food. They already have the gas that they need. They already have their supplies. No, I have proof. I have proof about that. Russia and China was on the scene when Palma started. I know it's a reach. I know it's a high reach. But I could prove everything. I post everything with you guys. That's why you guys follow me. I just can't put everything into my TikTok lives because TikTok is very sensitive about what you put on there. YouTube is a little different. But the reason I hate going live on YouTube is because I can't use a green screen. That's how I prove all my stuff is with the green screen. I cannot use the green screen. So right now, I cannot talk about the LA Palma because I have no way to prove it to you guys because I have no computer here. I have no other phone. I have no images. All I can do is post it on my YouTube and TikTok and hope that I don't get a strike or my channel suspended or anything. But I have proof on that. Russia and China did use earthquakes on they used earthquake technology on LA Palma because they wanted a tsunami to hit the East Coast of the United States. We would have been busy with the casualties, with millions of Americans lost, and then China and Russia would have made their move. Now, y'all seen that China's tested their hypersonic missile. Russia has not yet tested theirs. And the US said that if Russia tests their hypersonic missile, we would only have 2 minutes if it was an attack. 2 minutes. We would only have 2 minutes to react if it's an attack. This shit's getting real, man. That's why we are all over the world near Russia and China. This is why we're forging an alliance. AUKUS, or whatever you call it, AUKUS, the Australia, UK, and the US alliance. That was the big red line for China. China's already threatening, I already posted a video of that, of nuking Australia. This is getting serious, man. We have never talked about nuclear war as much as this year. The Pentagon has warned it at the beginning. The US has warned the citizens that nuclear war can happen at any moment, and a major war with a superpower. Why do they keep bringing that up? Biden even brought it up. A shooting war with Russia, a shooting war with China would be in the result of a cyber attack. No, if we go to war with China, it'll be over Taiwan. It will be over Taiwan. If we go to war with Russia, it will be over Ukraine. That's why they're stressing Ukraine and Taiwan so bad this year. We left Afghanistan to let countries' guards down. Like, oh no, we're not gonna do anything. No, we are gonna do something this time. Believe me, the United States always prove their leadership. They always prove that they're the top dogs. They always prove that there's no other country that can take them down. So what do you think is gonna happen when the two superpowers, number 2 and number 3, go make their moves on the countries that has very good ties with us, that are very important to us, because we need Ukraine to get close to Russia. We need Taiwan to get closer to China. And what do you think is going to happen when they make that move? Did y'all see that China's biggest movie right now is how they won a war with the United States of America? They just released this movie. Everyone in China loves it. And I think that that might be their sign that, yes, the US might be losing their superpower status. Any war with Russia and China, we are losing our status, guys. I promise you. It'll be the last big bang that we see in our lifetime. I hope you're ready to see it. Russia's not playing with us anymore. Who's the guy behind you? Nobody. It's a shadow. I'm so nervous about this now. Like, at first, I was just reporting to you guys, like, I'm like, okay, if it happens, it happens. It's becoming a reality. It's becoming a reality, and it's a reason they're trying to shut down this country so freaking bad. So freaking bad, man. Wake up, guys, man. Get closer to your families, because stuff is about to hit the freaking fan, man. Nothing is going to happen because no one wants to fire the first shot. The U.S. will fire it. I'm telling you, the U.S. is ready to do this. China and Russia do not want this war with us. No, they do not. The U.S. wants this. The U.S. wants this. We have toys that we have not gotten to play with. We were the first to use nuclear bombs on Japan, and I guess people keep forgetting that. Do you think we'd really be scared to make need peace, not war? No bull crap. Yeah, I know, man. This is why I'm talking to you guys straight up. This is why I'm talking to you guys straight up. Like, I'm giving you guys everything right now. I know I can go on YouTube a little more than TikTok and stuff. So I'm letting everything out the bag right now. It's Biden's fault. Trump had no new wars in his 4 years. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Trump did not. And Trump made us look super strong. Every time a country fucked with us, like Iran, remember what happened with Iran? Iran made that fucking, made their little move, and Trump, shot 52 sites and killed their general? Come on, man. And he was talking about nuking them? Come on, man. And what did they do? We killed their general, and what the fuck did they do? We were talking about taking North Korea off the fucking map. Rocket Man, he called him. And what did North Korea do? They responded with peace. They came to the White House, and we came to North Korea. So yes, we had a strong leader. He called China the China virus. Everyone was so scared we were going to go to nuclear war with China. And yeah, we almost did. But did they make a move? Did they start testing Taiwan? Did they send military jets into Taiwan's airspace every fucking day like they're doing right now? No, they didn't. They did not. Because they knew we had a real fucking leader. He might have been unpredictable, and I might not agree with everything that Trump did, but he did make us look very strong. He did make us look strong. And now we have someone that can't speak. We have someone that's not keeping their word to their allies. We have someone that's really making this country fall apart. And I'm not picking sides from Democrats to Republicans. I'm just telling the facts how I'm seeing it. Remember, CNN and all of them usually have Democrat side, right? And now look what they're doing. They're talking down on Biden like he's just a piece of shit. Like they don't know how to defend him. They don't know how to defend him. He's getting used as a puppet, and people don't even know it. He can't speak. He reads everything, even his questions, he reads it. You can look it for yourself. He does. Remember, we were supposed to get way more stimulus, wasn't we? We were supposed to get unemployment for a long time, wasn't we? Where did all that go? That disappeared, and we have an infrastructure bill that we don't even know what the fuck is in it. Infrastructure. Or is this the bill that's going to shut us down? Is this the bill that's going to let the UN in here to really put control in? Because the pandemic, I bet you, was a control tactic to see how many people would listen, how many people would follow suit, and how long until we stepped up and said we don't want to be locked down no more. Come on, man. Come on. And now our own local news, the one that lies to us every day, the one that people watch, is talking about Russia and China. It's talking about the war now. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Cold War 2.0 has already started. We are already in an arms race. Why do you think China is making not millions, but hundreds of nukes right now? They're not doing it for the fun of it. They know that the U.S. is about to make a move on them. They know that the U.S. is coming for them before they surpass us. It's not going to be 2025, guys. That's not our war year. 2020 was the year reality hit everybody, right? That's when everybody opened their eyes like, damn, anything can happen at any moment. 2021 is our realization of humans are in office. Humans have tempers. Humans have power issues. They do. And they love this. They love seeing us struggle every freaking day. They love this little control that they have over us. They're trillionaires, guys. They handle our money. They handle everything we do. They can bomb a building and make any kind of little scene about it. They do it all the freaking time. And we listen. We freaking listen to them. Why? Because they're the ones that raised us, really. They raised us, our parents, our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, and all of our ancestries. Everything that we learned was from our governments. Our governments made schools and stuff, right? They put us through school. They make us learn everything they want us to learn. If they want to promote corrupt and division, that's what they're promoting. And that's why our kids are so bad this year. Come on. This is an African American saying all this stuff to you guys. Usually we are for the Democrats. I've seen it. I see everything, man. I do every little research. And I'm sorry I do not have a respect for a lot of African Americans because they do not do their research and they only go because they're struggling and it's not fair. It is not fair. And I come on here and show facts and everybody's like, whoa, he's uneducated. He didn't go to college. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. No, I did. I've been doing this research for years. Years. And I wish I didn't know half the shit that I knew, man. I wish. My dad tried to warn me at a young age, this world is a lot deeper than we think it is. All these drugs that's coming in here, you think they just was snuck over by some cartels? No, those cartels work with our presidents, our governments, our police, everything. I was in a jail where a police was sneaking in drugs just to get their little fix so nobody would open their mouth about anything that they were doing. You gotta open your eyes to this stuff, man. Guys, war is coming soon. I promise you it is. And I was hoping I was wrong because it kept going up and down this year, up and down, up and down, up and down, all this year. Like, oh yeah, Russia and NATO are getting ready to get close to war over Ukraine. Oh wait, nope, let's calm down now. Oh no, Russia attacks a UK ship, send warning shots with a US jet following it. Oh nope, everything's cool now. Oh no, Taiwan is getting ready to get invaded by China. China send their jets into Taiwan every single day for the last 3 weeks. 150-something aircrafts have entered Taiwan's airspace. And now China is loading up ferries full of tanks, getting ready to invade. And the US, where are they? They're over in the Taiwan Strait with Canada. How many NATO members have entered the South China Sea this year? That's not even their area. Their focus is supposed to be Russia. How many times have we trained on Russia's border and we wonder why they're so freaking pissed? Everybody that was in the Soviet Union is becoming NATO members for some fucking weird reason. And what happens when NATO actually goes to war with Russia or US actually goes to war with China? Do you think this world would be stabilized? Do you smart people really think that everyone is just going to sit back and just be like, oh, the US and China are at war, we're okay? No, because they know that's going to be the destruction of everything. Everyone's going to have to pick the better side. Who's going to be on the US side? Who's going to be on China's side? Oh no, these are the two top economists. They're the biggest trading partners. They're the biggest military partners. We need to pick the right side. Our allies are going to turn against us. Turkey already turned against us. They're on Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran side. And they're in NATO. They have S-400 systems in their country. And those are Russian weapons, defense weapons. Boy, man, when are people going to wake up and be like, what's really going on? Oh, yeah, and they're trying to take our guns, but the Taliban end up with 80 billion guns, huh? So the artillery little shortage that the U.S. is trying to do, are they just training it to other countries so other countries can get ready to invade us and it'll be an easier invasion? Because not many Americans will have guns. We have guns. Our veterans are our strong suit right now. Our cops are supposed to protect us when we go to war with the government. I'm not talking about with the other country. I'm talking about with the government. And remember when Biden was like, oh, but the people want to stand up against the government. Well, they need M14s and nuclear weapons. What are you saying, Biden? Are you saying you would nuke Americans if they tried to stand up against the government and their rights of the Constitution? Is that what you're saying, Biden? Oh, okay. That's all I needed to know, Biden. That's all I needed to know is what kind of leader you are. I am sick of this shit. I am sick of it. I want to live my life in peace. I don't want to hear about war every fucking day. I don't want to hear about the next day that I might not even see my son or my father anymore. Because everyone's going to be separated, because communications are going to be down, and everything that we were freaking taught is going to go out the fucking window. They don't teach us how to survive without power. We are spoon-fed, guys. We are spoon-fed by our own government. We are spoiled. There's a lot of countries where people don't get this type of privilege, where they have to wake up every day to missiles hitting buildings every freaking day. We were privileged as Americans. We were. Now, any moment now, we will be living like Syria and like Israel, wondering what day we will be taken off this earth. Questioning our reality, questioning our religion, questioning when God and Jesus is coming here, because we don't know. We don't know, man. And I'm not trying to sound crazy, I'm warning you guys. I'm giving you the top dog warning right now. When the military is told to get their houses in order, what do you think that means? That something's coming to our country? What do you think that means? When people can't even afford shit anymore. There's homeless people everywhere. Everyone that I went to school with has been homeless, and I was homeless for 3 weeks. I just got a place. Just got a place from the last of my unemployment. People are struggling out there and crying for help. And who's listening? Who's helping? Not Biden. That child tax credit ain't doing shit for nobody. That little one stimulus that they were promising reoccurring stimuluses of $2,000. They were dumping Trump. Trump was the only president to give us 2 stimulus, and one was out of their own pockets of the government. One of those. He didn't even have to do that. And he did it for us. Shit's hitting the fan, man. Shit is hitting the fan. So when are you going to wake up and you going to tell your people? Because I tell everybody every day, I go to work, I look up news, and I'm like, damn, they're saying that World War III can start at any moment. Any freaking moment over Taiwan. Or is the U.S. just trying to start this war like they do with every war? You sound like my brother at work. We deep here in New Mexico getting ready, yes. I know people got questions, so if you're in here and you have a question, you can ask me. I'll answer anything for you guys, man. I'm here for you guys. This is why I do this every day. I make this my job to report to you guys. I've always wanted to be a reporter. But I never in my life thought I would be reporting about World War III getting ready to happen at any moment and having to prove it every day because so many people are like, it would never happen. It's been happening like this for years. No, guys, it hasn't been happening like this for years. They've been building up to this. That's all they've been doing. Getting the right weapons, getting the right equipment, making sure everybody's in the right positions, making sure we have the right allies, making sure everybody's head is together on this because this is the last war. When we attack China or China attacks Taiwan and we jump in, damn, you better be damn right that Russia's going to be on China's back because they need China. China got that big economy that everybody wants to be friends with, right? Everybody want that Chinese moolah. Russia got China's back, best believe that. And after America's gone, they might turn their back on China, who knows? Or they might become one with them. The new world order might be Russia and China ruling the world. And everybody being scared to make moves on them because they took out the US. But no, believe me, they're not gonna take out the US without casualties. Oh, they're gonna be out of power and nuked up too. A nuclear wasteland. And that's why I'm warning everybody, this is not a war we want to fight. I have no problems with Russia. I have no problems with China. I have no problems with Mexico. I have no problems with Canada. So why are we doing this? Why are they forcing us to go into a war that we can't win? Nobody wants to get drafted in this country, except for the ones that's already been drafted in the military. If I'm going to fight, I'm fighting for my family and my life. You best believe that. But I'm not going to fight for fucking Biden because he tells me to go out there and fucking fight. He's not fighting. These politicians ain't fighting. Once the war comes to our country, they're going to abandon us. Up, you're on your own now. Use all the tactics we taught you. What did you teach us? China needs this war just as much as we do. And one thing I want you guys to pay attention to, if China and Russia makes it to this country, you best believe then the US have sold us out. Because there's no way that anybody should be able to get to this country with all the water that we have out there between Russia and the US and China and the US. Now, if Russia attacks Alaska, that's a different story. That's a different story. But if they're coming and attacking California, or New Mexico or Arizona or Utah or Washington, something's wrong. They shouldn't be able to make it that far. We have stuff that can detect them by the time they're halfway near us. We have weapons that could take out their ships in a heartbeat. They have stuff that could shut our whole ship line down. Yes, they do. But if they make it to this country, you best believe it's planned, especially if they're on the East Coast. Especially if they're on the East Coast. You know it's fucking planned. Now, is La Palma going to be the reason we have a tsunami on the East Coast, or is it going to be the Russian torpedoes that they just sent out that has a nuclear radius that can make a tsunami thousands of feet up in the air? Look it up. Look it up. And people had dreams of being in West Virginia and New Jersey and Maryland and all these other countries, states, Maine, Florida, and there being a flood just this big going over them. I never had the dream. I had a dream of World War III. I've had a lot of dreams of World War III. But I haven't had the tsunami dreams. And maybe it's because I'm in Ohio, so I have nothing to worry about, really, unless they come through the Great Lakes. Let me see if any questions are down here. China military might be caught training in Canada. Yeah, I wonder why. And did y'all see? They were over in Alaska last week. Did you know that? Did your news report that? No, they didn't, because they told them not to report it. The Chinese was in Alaska. Had 3 warships and a couple of destroyers. And I'm not saying they were in Alaska. They wasn't on the territory. No, they were in Alaskians' waters, right off that Pacific. Is that weird? How close can they get to us before we actually made a move? And would we made a move if they attacked us? Iran, a couple months ago, was just in our Atlantic waters. Had 2 warships. Iran. And countries are talking about attacking Iran because they're so close to developing a nuke. But I honestly believe they already have one. And I think they're going to be the ones that they use as a distraction for an EMP. Maybe North Korea too. Oh yeah, what happened to us stopping North Korea from getting nukes? Remember they only had like 10 or 20, and now they have like what, 30 and 40? 30 and 40 nukes? Isn't that a threat to the United States? Because we can't shoot a lot of nukes down. They break up once they start hitting the atmosphere. They break up. We don't have missiles with the capability to just shoot down every freaking nuke that comes to our country, especially with Russia and China, especially Russia. Russia has more nukes than us. And what are we going to do when a hypersonic nuclear missile, gets shot off of our coast? Because it only takes 2 minutes. The closest Russia can get to us without being detected, and they shoot a nuke from our coast, it would take 2 minutes to get here. That's not enough time for no shelter or warning to you. It would happen out of nowhere. And we sat back and waited all this time for all of them to develop all this technology. Makes me wonder. We could have stopped North Korea. We could have. We might have had to face China, but we could have stopped North Korea. But now it's too late. They can deter us. They can nuke the shit out of South Korea, Japan, Australia, Taiwan if they wanted to. "40 nukes. How many targets can you... That's enough to destroy Japan. To wipe them off the earth. They cannot nuke anyone. They can. They have weapons. They have ICBMs. They have them. And the U.S. said that North Korea has the, get the book, The Lost Ways. I've also gotten a book about the Chinese and the U.S. Like, anyways, let me get off. Let me get back onto the topic. So, what are we going to do, man? Because this is coming. And what have they been warning this whole year? There's a dark winter coming, guys. Now, is this dark winter the depression? Is this dark winter a lockdown? Is this dark winter the solar storm that's going to take out the internet? Is this dark winter an attack on the United States? Or the United States' last straw as a superpower? Because we go into this war, guys, this is the last war we're going to be into for a long time. It'll be mass casualties beyond your comprehension, beyond my comprehension. And they don't even need nukes to just take out all these people. They don't. They really don't. We have bombs and other things. We have energy weapons. We have lasers. We have all types of shit. So no, we don't really need nukes, but it's going to come down to nukes. Russia already said any ICBM or missile shot into their country, they will retaliate with nukes. And China's not going to take that shit. They're building nukes fast as shit, and now they just made a hypersonic missile that can attack anywhere in minutes. We wouldn't know. By the time CNN even heard of it, it would already been probably 5 to 6 nukes already in our country. Not even including Russia's. Oh, man. But at least we know, because China said we will not attack non-nuclear countries, and Australia was on that list of non-nuclear countries until they got this nuclear submarine. And now they're like, well, Australia, you are now a nuclear target. Do Canada got nuclear weapons? Have we snuck Canada weapons? Something to think about. Do Taiwan have nuclear weapons? If we could sneak our troops into there, is there a way that we could have snuck Taiwan some nuclear weapons, and maybe that's why China's being so paranoid and aggressive? Japan was saying they were going to give Taiwan 300 nukes, but Japan don't have nukes, do they? Or do they? Did we give them some too? Ukraine gave Russia all their nukes a long time ago. That's why Russia surpassed us. They gave them 5,000 nukes way back in the day. But I wonder, did they give Russia all their nukes? Or is the U.S. going to try to sneak some into Ukraine like they did Turkey? But Turkey ain't giving us our nukes back. Is there a reason we're running out of money, physical paper? Oh, yeah, because we lost our value around the world and everyone's burning the dollar. So now we're going to be going digital. But they're taking away your change because your change has value now. Your old quarters, your old pennies, the real copper and gold and silver, those all have value now. Look up how much it is. And how long do you think Biden, this is up to Shauna right now, Shauna Length. How long do you think Biden is going to last? And this is why he might be starting a war. He's already on deathbed. He has avoided all his doctor appointments because they know they will implant Article or the 25th Amendment. If a president is not able to lead a country, he has to be impeached. And if he gets impeached, do you know who's going to be in office? Kamala Harris. The biggest, scariest person that I would never want to be our president. She laughs at everything, and it's scary. So much to talk about, man. And now we have the leader of the Pizzagate in our office. And if you don't know what the Pizzagate is, the little Pizzagate party, you look it up. There's a reason he likes children more than people. Look it up. Look it up. Pizzagate is facts. Biden is in the process of forcing women to sign up for drafting. Yeah. That came out a couple months ago. You know what else came out a couple months ago? I'm gonna repost this. And I want your thoughts on this. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube. I want my YouTubers' thoughts and I want my TikTokers' thoughts. Remember when Ukraine had that meeting with NATO? And right after the meeting, they tweeted and said, thank you for supporting us to joining NATO and giving us a map and a leadway into the alliance. Did NATO make a secret deal with Ukraine? Did Biden make a secret deal with Ukraine? Because Biden right now leads NATO. Not Stoltenberg. Biden does. Because if the US leave NATO, NATO is worthless. So they would have to follow suit with Biden. Think about that. And now that Russia cut ties with us for November, do you know that there's a higher chance of an accident happening or a miscommunication? Because we always have troops on their border, we're always doing drills. Something to think about. Dark winter, huh? Or more like a dark fall, getting ready for a dark winter. Queen Elizabeth, huh? Sending them ships out. What about them aircraft carriers that was packed with aircrafts on the coast of San Diego that left for China like weeks ago? Wonder what that was about. Packed with F-35s that was sent to Guam. Queen making dirt look young. Let me read some of these. Piece of bait is debunked. Okay, why are we not seeing any of this in the news? It's just not making sense. Because your news is not going to tell you what is to come. This would throw everybody off. This would literally panic the country because people are not stupid. If the news reported that we were getting ready for a war with Russia and China, the world would go crazy. The world would go insane. Not just us, I mean the UK, I mean France, I mean Germany, I mean the Baltic states, I mean everybody. Turkey, Syria, Iran, North Korea, South Korea, Japan, Australia, may I go on? They would all freak out because they will all be targets. Venezuela, Colombia, Nigeria, everywhere. Egypt, they will all have to pick a side. Because once this war goes on, the world is finished. The world, as we know, would never, ever be the same. We'll be living like the 100, except there probably won't be no land. People would freak out. There would be more deaths. There would be more stealing. There would be more robbing. There would be more crime rates. And when the war happens, it will really hit the fan. Then you'll really see who your real friends are, who your real family are, who your real people are, how your real survival skills are. Better wake up, man. Because you're going to realize you're alone really fast. You're going to realize you're so alone in this nice big world of corruption. You have nobody but yourself. We were put on here for survival. And we've made it this far. I'm proud of everybody that have made it. Actually, how long have you been on Earth? How old are you? So I can give you a nice applause because you've made it. There's a lot of people that didn't survive this. There's a lot of homeless people that was taken off the streets and killed. There's a lot of people in other countries that's been bombed. Where are you from and how old are you? I can give you a shout out because you are strong and you made it this far and you are here to hear me today talk about everything to go on. I am terrified, guys. This is nothing I want to see. I've seen this stuff on TV. I've seen everything about nuclear war and everything there is to it. And what you see in films isn't how it would play out. A nuke ain't just gonna drop and a helicopter will still be flying in the sky. No, everything will go down. No planes, no helicopters, no cars, no power, no water, no nothing. And if your city isn't hit and you have all that radiation, you're gonna have the worst death of your life. Just ask the Japanese. What happened after the survivors that was a little bit in the radius survived after? They lost eyeballs, they lost pieces of their skin. For once, I agree with Fox News when they said that a nuclear war between Russia and China would be unimaginable. You would see people's skin burning off, seeing their bones, seeing their everything, bro. Everything. They're not lying on that. They're not. Russia has thousands of nukes pointed at us. We have thousands of nukes pointed at them. And we probably got thousands pointed at China too. Put the glasses on. The movie they live, that's right now. And they have movies that they've warned us through. And another thing, this is the last thing I will bring up about a nuclear war. I want you to look up something and give me your opinion on it. But it was said back in the Cold War that the US actually did shoot 2 nukes towards Russia and that a UFO stopped those 2 nukes out of the sky. Now, I've also just posted a video about an aircraft or Air Force commander saying that he saw a UFO stop 10 live nukes. 10. Now, are these UFOs angels? Are they aliens? What kind of technology do they have? And why are they here every time tensions are beyond high? For your information, US owns UFOs. Apparently they own aliens and everything too. Apparently they've been stealing their technology for years, and apparently some of these people are in our government. Yeah, I heard all that. I hope they will disarm all the nukes. Me too. What about the submarine that recently crashed into you? Did you hear about that? Yes, I did. That crashed into the South China Sea. I did hear about that. Now, did that submarine crash or did something happen? Just like last year when all them aircrafts went down. All our aircrafts that's supposed to be top dogs, that would just fall to the ground. Our ship that was on fire. Russians, aircrafts going down in certain areas where they shouldn't have. Nobody heard about the US aircraft that went down this year that was heading towards Russia and the Black Sea. Nobody heard about that. But if you know how to look up planes and you know how to look up their locations on the GPS, because there's a website for that, then you'll see every little activity that goes on. And I have a video about the US heading towards a Russian base on Russia's soil and Russia shooting that aircraft down. There was nobody in it. It was one of those remote control aircrafts. That's probably why we didn't hear anything. Just came out, we have gravity manipulating weapons. Yes, we do. Who all want to invest into a bunker with me? JX. But their technology is decades in advance. Yes. Yes. Yes, finally someone that knows what they're talking about. China has technology that is beyond regular people's comprehension. Why did our general say that if our next war would make us question reality? So our next war can't be Syria. Our next war can't be Iran. Because Iran, I mean, they're strong, but they're not going to make us question reality. And it's not going to affect that many Americans. Our next war is not going to be Venezuela. Our next war is not going to be Mexico or any of those little countries that can't do shit to us. If they're saying that we're going to question reality, our next war will be with a superpower. Our next war will be with somebody that knows what they're doing. Someone that can attack us at home. Someone that can invade us. Someone that can destroy our cities and country. And I think the U.S. is pissing their pants. But why? No, actually they might be coming in their pants because they might be so fucking excited for this fucking war. Maybe they like seeing people die every fucking day and struggle. Maybe they love seeing this shit. And when I think of a war, Russia and China, it just makes me think of the Squid Games. It makes me think, oh yeah, go get vaccinated and you might not get killed. Or you get unvaccinated and you might get killed. You might just get tossed out with your family. Did they say a couple months ago the vaccinated was even more dangerous than the unvaccinated because they could spread it faster? Because they wasn't following the rules and stuff, but no. Y'all taught us that vaccinated people were heroes. So what are you talking about? They were the heroes of our country, right? Because they took the shot. What's in that shot that y'all want us to have so bad? Tracking devices? Why can magnets stick to our arm? What's in there? And I'm not telling nobody to not get vaccinated. Do what you want to do. It's your body. But I'm wondering and I'm asking questions about it. Because I'm not going to put something in my arm that was barely tested so many freaking times and that people are still dying from COVID from. So what is it doing? Why are y'all pushing it so far, so bad? Other countries are giving people the choice to have it or not. Why are we the only ones mandating so freaking bad? We're not the only ones. The UK was in it too, and France. You have a choice. You have your body, you have rights, and you need to use them. You need to look them up. All the stuff that we have today, IDs, licenses, cars, and all that, those are privileges, yes. But we have the right to travel wherever we want to go. We shouldn't have to need a license because we could ride horses anywhere, right? So why do we need license to operate a vehicle? No, that is through business as usual. Business as usual. Everything in this country is a business. They're making weed a business. I'm legalized for weed. But pot is supposed to be a herb and a medicine. A medicine. Not a profit. Now, people, I'm gonna give you a little bit of my knowledge. For those that's looking for a cure for cancer, brain cancer, heart cancer, any kind of cancer, I want you to look into something called Orloff leaf extract. Even cure for herpes or HIVs. I want you to look for something called Orloff leaf extract. Something that they hide from you. They also have a tea that can get rid of cancer and stuff. I look into all of this stuff. I told you I know a lot of shit. Take Orloff leaf extract for a year and your cancer will go away. It's a natural thing for your body that heightens your metabolism and help your body fight viruses. Would it work for coronavirus? Who knows? Something to think about, though. I'm letting you know because I care about you. It is a precursor. That's why I never took it. I'm Californian. It's legal here. Amen. Had cancer. Amen. I'm glad you survived. They have a Vax patch and Vax pills. Yeah, they do. I did hear about that too. That's why he's buying all the farmlands. Oh yeah, ask a farmer. A lot of them were paid off to not grow any crops or anything. This year was definitely planned, man. And now we got ships that's not even being accepted to our country with deliveries, with food, and with merchandise, and with equipment, and with oil. Oh yeah, and then on oil tankers. Remember all those got shot? Is that why our gas and stuff is going up? Oh yeah, that pipeline that got hacked this year? Was that an inside job too? Or did they just want to blame everything on Russia and China so they could start a war with them? So people would be more into a war with those two. That's why we demonize them so bad. When Trump was in office, it was all Russia, 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 Russia. China, 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 China. They do that. They program them into your head. So you would be... Can anybody hear me? Okay, you can hear me. So we'd be more prone to a war. Wake up, guys. This is going to be my last warning. And everything that I put out from here on will be for you. I'll do anything to let you guys know about what's going on. If a war happens, I will let you know. If things go on, I will let you know. I'm here for you guys, and I'm not going to put no fake news on this channel. I'm not. Everything that I'm going to say is facts. Everything that I warn you about, I will show. And today I'm going to show you guys about Russia, because those who lived through the Cold War knows the scary horrors of nuclear war, especially with Russia. Wake up. Don't let our army brainwash you into thinking that we can never lose a war, that we are unstoppable, because we're not. But I do have respect for those out there fighting for their families, and I do have respect for those that is in our army that risk their lives every day. But I just do not think it's right that anybody should get shot or killed for our government. Because nobody in Afghanistan was heading towards America. Nobody in Afghanistan has bombed our buildings. And I'm not going to comment on 9/11 or anything like that. But I will say this behind the scenes. All right, people still here? Sorry, my phone died. My phone died. I'm back. Holy moly. If it hasn't started already. Yes, I believe it already has started. I'm tripping. It started 2019, I think. I don't know. Or it started back in 2012. Really, 2014. Now I have a theory, guys, and I wanna hear your guys' thoughts on this. So the world was supposed to end back in 2012, right? And with everything that's happened this year and everything that's going on, do you think that it could have been a mistake that everything was backwards? That maybe it wasn't December 21st, 2012, but maybe it was December 12th, 2021? I don't want to say that's going to be our end date, but I want to say that maybe they had made a mistake because those were big back then. We had translation issues. So that's something to think about. What if those numbers were backwards? What if it was never 2012 at all? No, I'm just reversing the 12 at the end. Because 2000, everyone prophesied something would happen in the 2000s. Even Jesus was supposed to come back in the 2000s. So I'm going to keep the 2000, I'm going to keep the 20. But I'm gonna stretch it and say that maybe they met 2021, because it seemed like there's a lot of disasters this year. We've lost a lot of celebrities, and people are waking up to reality that life can end any day, anytime. Just look at what's going on. Everything has been put, something to think about. Yes. Now I'm going through questions. I'm sorry that it turned off for a second. My phone died, but I have an iPhone and a fast charger. All right, let's see. U.S. loss, we're in surgeries. Nope, the best. Okay, God bless you and your family, Tommy. Glad to hear that. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. What do you think of InfoWars and Alex Jones? I actually used to watch Alex Jones a while ago. Actually, when I first started doing research and stuff, I was looking into him and stuff. And, you know, I heard a lot of his words. I heard about Trump and everything, him saying that Trump was going to be the realist and all that, and him having all the files in our government. And he kind of did things like me, like he would prove it. I ain't saying that, you know, he was me. I'm not saying that. But he always had paperwork and stuff, and he always tried to show you guys some of the things that he had. Do I know that all his information was true? No, I don't. I don't. Do I think he was crazy? I mean, people think I'm crazy, so I can't really judge him. I think he was doing what he was supposed to do. And it's the reason that he got shut down so freaking fast. So maybe he was onto a truth. Maybe. I don't know. But far from Alex Jones, let's talk about John McAfee. Now that's one that did have a lot of information. He had a very big insight on life. He was a very, very smart man, and they took that man out. They took that man out. And he had, what, 2 or 3 terabytes of information on the government? That's a lot. That was hidden somewhere in Miami, and then a building goes down in Miami right after he dies. Something to think about. And all my videos that I made on John McAfee has gotten taken down. Even the ones that I reacted to got taken down. So nobody knows the truth about John McAfee. But that's something to think about. Vaccine mandates, guns, confiscation, New World Order. I'm reading it. I see all you guys'. So now I have more to talk about, but I'm going to shut down because a famous TikToker is calling me, and I'm trying to get him to get his fans over here so I could talk to more people. I love the 15 people and up to 30 people that was in here, and you're welcome to come back. I'm going live again tonight, and I'm going to have the same talk, but I'm going to talk about things a little more deep. I'll be right back, guys. Much love to you, and thank you for supporting. Try to get more people in here. Share to your friends. Share to everybody, because people need to hear this. I do not want people to have a blind eye to this. I'm not doing this for clout. I never ask anybody for money. I do this out of my own heart. I really do. I'll be back, okay? Do this for me, guys.